All right. Good morning, everybody. It is March 7th, 2023. Welcome to the Lang Trading Chat Room. If you are new, it's going to go something like this. I'm going to start off. I'm going to give a review of the SPY and the QQQ, determine our market bias, pick which way we think the markets are going today. After that, I'm going to review the watch list right here. Long ideas are in green, short ideas are in red. These ideas are not meant to be blindly bought or sold. We are pattern traders, so we need a pattern to trade them. This is a very challenging business. You're not going to get rich quick. You're not going to earn while you learn. Money management is the most important thing that you can do in this business. Got to manage your risk, limit your down days, consistently raise it. Start off with $5 risk, $10 risk. Eventually, you'll raise it to $500 to $1,000 risk. Make sure you guys are practicing proper money management and following your trading plan. With that, let's get going on the markets. So we got a minor gap down today. Actually, the SPYs are completely flat right now, a 0.00% gap, which is actually pretty rare. Usually, we don't see this happening. One second, let me get this box out of the way for you guys. There we go. So yeah, we got a completely flat open on the SPY and the Qs. So I'm expecting a really choppy day today, guys. I'm expecting some chop. You can see on the SPY, we have some support here at the 402 area. We got this moving average at the 403 area. Then we got the resistance up here, 407 to 408. You can see how this was like a triple bottom over here. Kind of acted a little bit of resistance right here. So then that's where we stopped out yesterday, or topped out yesterday. So we got the resistance above. We got some support below. We're getting a completely flat open. This is fixing to be a choppy, kind of narrow range day, guys. I'm not going to say inside day because we are already at that low from yesterday. So I do think that we peekaboo below here and hit the 402 area. So I'm not going with an inside day, but definitely going with a little bit of a choppy day, a little bit of a slop. I mean, you can see here we ran up the past 2 days on this hourly chart, ran up. So this pullback was kind of expected. Now we're going to see if we get a little bit of a time correction. Just chop around right here, let these moving averages catch up before we go any higher or lower. So Qs, same sort of thing. Support below, a little bit of resistance above. So expecting to stay in this range today. We do have some pretty nice gaps, though. I'll tell you what. This DKS, first one up, Dick's Sporting Goods, really nice gap on the daily chart. I mean, look at this thing, guys. Next area of resistance is back from November in 2021. You know, that pivot's like $4 away. So, really liking the DKS. Probably my top watch to start the day right now, guys. This SQSP Squarespace, another one, really nice gap. You can see here on the weekly chart, it is gapping up over all of this stuff. Multiple pivots, easy room to run. Should have room up to at least 28 bucks. That's where this next area of kind of resistance is. That's $2 away. Average range on this is only 75 cents. So plenty of range, plenty of room, great volume on the Squarespace. Close eye on that one and DKS. This DraftKings, another one that I like quite a bit. This hourly chart looks really nice. It's in a nice uptrend. Should have room to about 21 bucks, 21.50. So really liking the DKNG. Keeping an eye on that thing. This FTFX, FSTX, my bad. This is it's a really good gap, but it's a little bit of a weird trading stock. You can see it's a little bit lower volume, kind of whippy and sporadic. I think this is like a pharmaceutical stock, so not as big of a fan of this, but I mean, that gap is really nice, so I had to put it on the list. Yeah, so you can keep an eye on it. Not my favorite idea. The SE is pretty nice, though. I'll tell you what, this thing over 71 bucks looks pretty good. Should have easy room up to about 75. That's where this next pivot is at. It's gapping over multiple pivots, red bars, so really liking this SE as well. Like I said, should have room up to about 75 bucks. So keep an eye on that thing. Next up, first short idea on the list is NTNX. This thing is gapping below all these pivots. All right, guys, and market is open. Market is open. So make sure you know what you want to trade. Make sure you know your spots, know your trading plan. Follow your rules, guys. All right. I'm going to keep going through my list. I mean, I trade on 5-minute charts, so I'm not getting in anything for another 5 minutes at least. So I'm going to keep going through this list. But NTNX right now looking really, really nice. So keep an eye on that one. Major void below. It's already putting in a pretty decent sized move, so hopefully it doesn't do too much more. The Facebook looking good. If it can get over that 180, like that pivot right there where it's at 189.60. Right where it's doing right now. So Facebook looks really good, guys. I'm a big fan of this. Actually, this is going to replace FTSX. And then this next one, PTGX, another pretty solid gap, gapping right into some resistance. So we'll need to get over that 1740 area, but should have room up to about 18 bucks. Netflix, I like this short. If we can get under like 310, has a nice void. It's been pretty weak, putting up a nice little breakout pattern. So keep an eye on the Netflix short, and then Verizon short as well. So this is probably my top watch, or one of my top watches on the short side. It's already moving down. Another one, a weak stock, room to drop, nice void. So keep an eye on this one as well. All right, now I'm gonna get my thumbnail watch list filled out right here, guys. Got anything moving so far? The DKS looking solid. All right, let's fill this out. Squarespace pulling in a little bit. DraftKings pulling in a little bit. SE putting in a bottom tail. Meta is strong, guys. I like Meta. I do like Meta. This NTNX is popping a little bit off the open. Guys, I want to watch this Verizon. I want to watch Verizon VZ. Actually, I'm gonna replace NTNX with VZ. I like Verizon a little bit better. All right, guys. DKS is popping off right here. Might be a range concern. Let me take a look. All right. Yeah, DK is a little bit of a range concern. Already up in that, exceeding its range, but and that's the area. That's the area of resistance right there, 143 ish. So you can keep an eye on it. Might be tough to trade. This SE is looking pretty solid as well. Another one right at that area of resistance. Another one with a little bit of a range concern. Excuse me, guys. All right. SPY is just hanging out right now at the moment. SPY and Q both. Actually, we got a little divergence. SPY is looking lower, Qs are higher right now, so a little bit of a divergence in the markets. Squarespace is not looking great, honestly. DraftKings is DKNG, guys. This is probably the best looking thing out right here. Keep an eye on the DraftKings. Looks really good. Same with SE, but again, SE is going to have a range concern a little bit. This thing does do some decent sized days, so it's got it in it, but I wouldn't expect anything over 75. Facebook's kind of pulling in a little bit. So there is some more junk on Facebook up here. It's not just that one pivot and we're like in the void. There's a little bit of junk at 191, 192. So it's not a clear void on the Facebook, but you can keep an eye on it, no doubt. All right. Verizon is looking weak. I like Verizon under the low of the day here. I'm going to keep an eye on Verizon under low of the day. This FSTX is not looking tradable. You can keep an eye on PTGX. You can keep an eye on PTGX. Netflix is moving up a little bit. And the NTNX is looking a little lower, but range concern, no doubt. All right, so Q's still moving up. SPY's still just barely putting in a bottoming tail. So it's quite the divergence on the markets, guys, honestly. I mean, bottoming tail on the SPY, and then a big green bar bottoming tail on the Qs. So Qs are looking much stronger. Man, DKS is going to be tough, guys. That's going to be tough to trade over high today. That's a big range concern right there. All right. What's going on? There we go. All right. So I'm still watching the DKNG. It's pulling in a little bit here. Not a concern just yet. SPY and Qs are both moving up, looking higher. Guys, that SE is almost untradeable at this point. I mean, it's $5. Average day is $3, so yeah, it's not going to be for me. I do like the Facebook still. I don't like the weakness it's showing right here, but I really want to keep an eye on this thing. It's got a really nice gap, and it does have a bit of a void up to 192. So, I mean, this thing could pretty easily see 196 today. So keep your eye on Facebook. I do like this one. Probably my top watch at the moment. Yeah, Facebook's gonna be my top watch at the moment. I'm gonna keep an eye on DKNG for like a pullback, but I don't like the weakness it's showing here. I mean, markets are putting in some bottoming tails. Qs are up at high of the day, moving on up. So don't like that. The weakness on DKNG. Not a fan of that, but we'll stay patient. Yeah, DKS is going to be tough, guys. Like I said, I probably need to just stop looking at this thing. If it puts in like a stellar pattern, I might scalp it, but I'm not hot to trot on anything there. DKNG, no. Yeah, Facebook's really the only thing I got my eyes on at the moment. You can still watch DKNG for a pullback, but it's getting a little bit tough here. Like I said, that weakness in the market is not what I want to see. All right, so you can still watch Verizon short as well, guys. This thing has quite a bit of range left. You could get in with like a 19-cent stop right here. Plenty of range. And under that low of the day, there's really nothing holding it up until you get down to 37 bucks. Yeah, so watch the Verizon. Watch Verizon. It has relative weakness as well. So Verizon and Facebook. Actually, Facebook doesn't look good anymore. Facebook's all the way down, put in a new low. So not a big fan of Facebook. I am a fan of Verizon. I do want to watch the VZ. It's gonna have to come down here and retest the 3730 by 37.93. So I wanted to retest the low of the day, but keep an eye on Verizon. I don't see much else from my list that I like. Facebook's putting in a big old bottoming tail. It's not. That thing is probably done. DKNG, guys. I want to keep an eye on this thing. Just put in a big bottoming tail right there at an area of support. Still has about 50 cents of range left, so keep an eye on the DKNG. All right, DKS looking higher. All right, Farhad, what's up, man? You looking at QRT or QTRX? It looks like Kroger's going higher. QTRX. This is like fourth day up in a row. So if you're day trading it might be a little bit extended here. And you're getting into a little bit of a resistance here to the left. You can see this little bit of junk right here. That 1450 to this whole area really from 14 to 1550. Got some junk there. And you're up like 12 green bars in a row. So maybe you want to short it, but then again, you're shorting a strong stock. So not. It wouldn't be for me. Maybe it fits your trading plan. I don't know what your trading plan is exactly, but yeah, not for me. A little bit extended. All right, there's Verizon moving on down. So now, if Verizon puts in a pattern down here, I am 100% getting in this thing. 100% getting in Verizon if we get a pattern down here. All right, let's check out that Kroger. This thing is moving up pretty good. Oh yeah, keep an eye on this Kroger, guys. This looks really nice, actually. It's doing not the best volume, a little bit light on the volume, but it does look really nice. 46.77 by like probably go low of the day, honestly. Maybe you give it 22 cents, but yeah, keep an eye on that Kroger KR. I like it. Kroger and Verizon. Man, I'm gonna need Verizon to hang out for a bit, but I don't know if we're gonna get it to do that. Here's the Metas looking lower as well, so nothing to do there. Guys, look at this market. This is a very choppy start to the day. We got like basically 3 doji bars to start the day. Qs have been strong. Qs has 3 green bars to start the day. So definitely got some divergence in these markets. I want to keep an eye on DKS as well, guys. I like this DKS still. Like I said, still has range, putting in a low at support, so watch it. Meta's moving lower, so not a big fan of that anymore. All right, I'm gonna put Kroger on my favorites list here. I'm putting Kroger up there. I like this thing. It is up quite a few bars on the 60-minute chart, but and it's right at this 200 period moving average. But it has a lot of range left. Doesn't have a lot of volume, but we'll keep an eye on it. Hey, what's up, Casey? How you doing? You looking at dual? Ooh, I like Verizon a lot right here, guys. I'm keeping a close eye on this. Entry at 128, so you just got into it. Stop at 101. So at the bottom of this big move. All right, so you got a lot of buyers protecting you, that's for sure. You are a little bit extended. I wouldn't be surprised. Where's your stop? All right, yeah. So if this thing pulls back to 110, 115, I wouldn't be surprised. And honestly, I wouldn't worry either. Your stops down here, targets up at 180. So yeah, that's like where this stage 3 tops out. So yeah, not actually. It's an early stage 2. That's looking like a good chart. You know what? What's going on my? I don't have that on my investments list. That's a nice looking stage 2, man. That's good stuff. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this pulled back and like retested this support right here, like 110, 115. But yeah, that's a nice early stage 2. Nice find, Casey. All right, guys. Verizon is what I want my eyes on. 37.88 is the entry. All right. And then stop loss on this is going to be, I want to give it a 23 cents. Yeah, honestly, I can give it 23. It'll be 38.12. 38.12. 24 cent stop loss. I'm going to need 48 out of this thing. What is that? 37.2. Oh, 37.4, even better. All right, guys, this thing is checking off all my boxes. Verizon, looking at it like a 5-minute 3-bar play. Yeah, these markets are really struggling, honestly. If we break below 404, we might drop, which would be good for Verizon if I'm going short. Yeah, I'm gonna put my order in on Verizon, guys. All right, here we go. 37.88. what would the range be on that if it hit down to 37.40? Oh, so 20. Yeah, so still within range, right at it. So got my order in on Verizon. Easy 3788 by 3812. All right, Verizon 3788 by 3812. Order is in there. Spy's just hanging out at the low of the day. We'll see. If this thing breaks under 404, man, it's got room to drop at least down to 403. Well, maybe not. There's some moving averages and stuff there. But when you look at the 15-minute chart, should have room down to at least 403. Yeah. So Spy's moving up here, engulfing this red bar at the moment. Not a concern. We didn't get in Verizon just yet, so still looking all right there. And honestly, we may tighten this stop up. If it gives us a better pivot, I might tighten the stop up on Verizon. Man, SE was a beast today. Just nonstop. That thing is done. Done. All right, DKS is I don't know, maybe bid for it 142 by like a 141. You need 144. I'm actually considering this on DKS, guys. We're right at that resistance. So if it pops, it might get going. We'll see. We'll see what happens on this bar. If we come down here and retest this 142 area again, I may bid for it. Squarespace is kind of wedging higher a little bit, but another one that kind of be dependent on the market here a little bit. So Verizon's still looking pretty good here. Verizon's still looking good. Other than that, I don't see a whole lot. The Kroger just keeps moving on up. Meta's down pretty good here now. Yeah, Meta's pulled in quite a bit now. So I'm struggling, no doubt. UBSI short for a day trade or a swing trade. For a day trade, it doesn't look too bad. It needs to get under this 39.20 though. So puts in another, I don't know, 10, 20 cents. Should look good. It is hard to borrow though. Gotta be mindful of that, man. Hard to borrow. So I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to get shares of that. But I mean, if it gets under these bottoming tails, it should have room to about, I don't know, 38.80, maybe 38.50. And it's definitely weak, but yeah, volume is extremely low and it's hard to borrow. So between the volume and the hard to borrow, you're probably not gonna be able to trade it short. And look at the SPY completely engulfing. I mean, this is a really choppy open, guys. Like we are complete like doji, red bar, engulfing green bar. So basically another doji. Like this is a choppy start to the morning. SPY's finally breaking out right here. I'm still watching this DKS a little bit, guys. Still got my eyes on this thing. Squarespace moving on up a little bit. DKNG. This one's tough now, guys. I mean, it doesn't have any relative strength, so man. So just hanging out still. Still got my order in on the Verizon. Still got that order in there. All right. There's DKS up there high today. I don't know if I want to take it over high today. I think the only way I would have taken this is to bid for it at 142 with a kind of a tight stop at 141. But we got a choppy market at the moment, guys. This market is choppy. It's trying to move higher, though. It is. There's DKS. High today. I'm a little bit upset with myself that I didn't take this on a 5-minute flag. I mean, the range is definitely a concern, no doubt. But you could have gave it the dollar stop, 142 by 141. That would not have been terrible. And the chances of getting a break even at least are pretty high. You really don't need a whole lot more range for this thing to get to target. So might have missed the or DKS. You're watching the car. It's a long entry at 49. Yeah, breaking out over this area. Stop loss at 44.50. So just under these pivots right here. Yeah, so after this big move up, so you got some protection. I mean, you got the $46 area. You got the $48 area if it just pulls back to right there. So, yeah, you got a little bit of protection, no doubt. And the target is at 56, so up to the next area. Yeah. How long do you usually stay in these trades, Casey? Because I feel like a lot of these trades are like I could see this coming up here, pulling back, going up here, pulling back again. Like, I mean, I could see this being like a 3-4 month trade, honestly. How long do you stay in those things? A couple days, weeks? Yeah, look at DKS. There it is, almost to 144. That would have been 2R. Guys, Verizon, I'm about to change this to a buy or sell setup here. So 37.98 by high of the day, 38.17. 37.98 by 38.17. All right. We're gonna need not that much, 37.60. All right. So 37.98 by high of the day, 38.17. All right. Sell setup. Give this thing a couple cents. All right. We are in there. Could be a few weeks to month. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, some of those look like they're almost core trades. 38.17. So we're gonna watch this Verizon. Putting in a pretty clean sell setup right here, guys. I mean, this is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. Moving down, putting in a nice little move right at 50% retracement. All right. All right, thanks for the follow, man. Hey, as always, if you guys have any questions or comments about what I'm doing, how I'm trading, if you want to know about your trading, anything, just make sure you're asking. Make sure you're getting those questions up there in the chat room. There is no such thing as a stupid question. I take that back. There are stupid questions, but they're very rare. It's hard to ask a stupid question, you know? You really gotta try. You really gotta try to ask a stupid question. Like I mean, especially in trading. Like, there's a lot of questions about trading that people might think are stupid questions that are actually like really good questions that people are just afraid to ask because they feel like they're gonna look stupid. But don't worry about looking stupid. Just ask the questions. Guys, Netflix is looking good short. Netflix still has it to go short. I'm a fan of this thing. I'm a fan of Netflix short. I don't know what I want to take off the list to look at it though. Probably Squarespace. I'm not looking at Squarespace really. I'm not really caring about the Squarespace right now. Netflix doesn't look bad on the short side though. It's weak. That's for dang sure. Guys, you can still watch this Kroger. I really don't love the volume, but if this thing settles down and rests for a little bit, you can keep your eye on it. Alright guys, I'm going to do a little bit of scanning right here. Check out my backup ideas. Tesla's looking alright. Rivian might be looking alright as well. AA, not so much. Baidu. Man, some of these short ideas are not looking too bad. I'm going to add a few of them to the list here. Got some decent long ideas as well. Nothing crazy good so far. I might keep my eye on this Peloton and Academy Sports. Well, yeah, that one's a little bit of a range concern. I'll watch the Peloton. I'll throw this on the list. All right. And DKS right at 144. Pulling back. Nice. All right. Verizon's still hanging out right here. Really don't want to see it go much higher than this. Really don't want to see Verizon go too much higher right here. So right at that 9 MA. It's so. What am I doing? VWAP. So it is just above VWAP. So I'd really want to trigger below VWAP and close below VWAP. Make me feel a lot better about this thing. DKS to 174. Not today. That's for dang sure. Eventually, probably. I mean, I don't know about soon though either, because I mean, this is getting up here. It's pretty extended up here, so I expect a little bit of a correction. Get a little bit closer to these moving averages before it continues to break out. So I think it might stay under 150 for a little bit. But if it gets over 150 with rest or with some sort of correction, yeah, I think 174 could definitely be in the works. Yeah, but you're seeing right here, it's at an all-time high right now. Double top all-time high. So maybe expect a little bit of rest before it gets there. Definitely can get there though. All right, so Verizon keeps going up right here. It's not exactly what you want to see. I'm going to leave it where it's at though. I do like our stop loss. I still like this pattern. It's getting a little bit deep now. So if it breaks 38.10, I'm definitely going to cancel it. If it breaks 38.10, I'm definitely going to cancel. But until then, I'm just going to let it be. I'm going to let it ride. Guys, Netflix, weak, very weak. I will be keeping an eye on Netflix. Ton of range left. It's literally done like a third of its range, so that's not a concern. Markets continue just to slop and chop around, going absolutely nowhere, so kind of as expected. We're getting Jerome Powell speaking in a minute, aren't we? Yeah, so probably a good idea to not be in any trades right now. We'll see what happens with this, with the JWoww speech coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So wow, look at the SPY. The SPY actually gapped. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is this? How can JPAL? I don't even want to get into this, guys. I don't want to get into it. Not today. We're having a good day. We don't need to talk about how corrupt these markets in this world is. How does this happen? Like, man, what has J Powell said in the first 10 seconds that makes this drop like this? Like, come on. Ah, this is wild. And Verizon's really not doing a whole lot right now, guys. So I suppose I'll keep it in at the moment. I'm not really loving it right now. I mean, look at Netflix just dropping like a rock. Things taking a beating. Look at the markets though. Oh my Lanta. Guys, look at this. This is a $2 bar. Woo. You guys seen this? All right, so we're in the Verizon. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, honestly. I probably should have canceled that order. It's kind of stuck looking in awe of these markets and how weak they are. So yeah, we'll see if that's a good idea or not. So what was this, a 19-cent stop? Yeah, so 37.79 is break even. Yeah, really. I mean, I should have probably should have canceled this Verizon. Honestly, after I said I would, and then I just watched it trigger me in. But this is what it is. I really don't like that. It's like one of the strongest looking stocks out here. I mean, you look at Netflix, you look at Meta, you look at all like even Kroger, like all these are putting in some pretty nasty red bars, and Verizon's kind of hanging out, dude. Putting in a big red bar, but it's still got support. It's still above VWAP, so I'd really like to see this thing close under 38. My goodness, guys, what? Ooh, that's a nasty red bar. $2? Are you kidding me? Good thing we weren't a long idea. I mean, everything got shaken out, huh? I still like Netflix. I still do like Netflix. Man, look at that 15-minute. I didn't even realize that. Hourly chart. That's a downtrend if I've ever seen one. We might have to wait on that to give us some sort of retest. All right, guys. So, this thing is junk. Tesla selling off. Rivian dropping. Baidu going down. Peloton going down. ASO's holding up. God, this was. Does anybody know about this news? Does anybody know what this news like? Was it that bad? Was it that bad? What did he say that could have caused this? I don't know. Did they finally reveal that COVID was a fraud? Is that what's happening? No. Okay. My goodness. All right, you're looking at LBTYA. All right, let's check her out. LBTYA. Man, that's getting close to some letters that I'm not a fan of. I'm kidding. LBTYA. Short entry at 20. Wow. Great entry. Love it so far. This is one of my favorite entries you've had, Casey. Usually you like to get down here when it's already 3 red bars down, but this is a nice entry right under the 200. So let's say 20. Stop loss. Oh, you got a tight stop. So this is a little bit of a tighter trade, maybe a swing trade or even a day trade almost. So yeah, 64-cent stop and then a target of 1875. So yeah, right into this next area of support. That's a good looking trade. That's a good looking trade. I like it. In the downtrend too. It is putting in a couple higher highs, higher lows, so it might be putting in a higher low right here. But you should be able to trade it down to 19 bucks. Every bit of 1950. Do you do trailing stops? No, you said you're all or nothing, aren't you? Yeah, you're all or nothing. Remember you said that. So yeah, that's not a bad idea, Paul. I like that. Just breaking under the 200. Pretty solid. What do they do? Consumer services, cable. Huh? I would have never guessed. Satellite TV, really? Well, then, yeah, definitely shorter then. Satellite TV is going to go to. Not that that's ever a reason to short, but all right. So Verizon's not doing too bad. Now that it closed under 38, now we just need to break under low of the day. If we break that low of the day, then we should be pretty good to go. We got on the right side of the market as well. I mean, wow. I mean, we got to expect some sort of bounce right here, though. After a move down like that, you got to expect a bounce. That's like a climactic move, guys. Look at this on the 1 minute chart. That is a climactic. Honestly, I'm tempted to bid for it. 298 by 297.50. See if we can't get a bounce up to 299. It's a little bit tempting. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stay away. It's not a part of my plan. I don't need to be altering my plan right now. All right. So I don't really see much on the long side. Netflix is doing good. Did you get in short? Did you get in short on Netflix? I don't know if I don't have any entries that I really liked. You could argue to get in up here like 312 ish, maybe get under low of the day. But yeah, Netflix is off to a good start. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, it's a good trade. It has a lot of room to go too. I mean, I don't know what your target is. Make sure you're following your trading plan as well. If you got a 2R target, you better get out of 2R. So if you were in right here, it would have been, for me, it would have been a $2. It's about 250 on the stop. So $5 would have been the target. So my target on that would have been like 307. 307 would be my target. 266 is your target. Man, you swing trading this thing? You're swing trading it, and I mean, you could have got in for a swing trade, honestly, guys. This was a pretty nice breakdown. Coming down, based up at support. 266 is a little bit down here. It does have this area of 275, 280 before it gets there. So, but yeah, I think 280 should be 280 is in the works. Not too bad. All right, there we go, Verizon. There we go. Under low of the day, guys, on Verizon. So looking good, looking good. Man, these markets, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Impressively weak. Really did not expect that today. Did not expect these markets to drop like that. Again, though, what is the most annoying part about trading? Is just junk like this. Like some douchebag like JWoww comes out, gives some annual update or semi-annual update, whatever, and the market just tanks. Like, and not it, what could he have said in this first 10 seconds to make the market tank like that? Like, I just don't know. Like, it seems like for shot to me. I don't know. It's whatever. It's part of trading, I suppose. Every job has that one annoying thing you got to deal with. I guess what we got to deal with is JPOW. Man, how old is this guy? Is this another grandpa running the country that he shouldn't be? Jerome Powell age. He is 70 years old. He's my grandma's age. My grandma was trying to make policies like this. I'd tell her to stop, tell her to kick rocks, go make some cookies. You don't need to be running a country, JWoww. there's my 2 cents for the day. Thanks for tuning in. I mean, you guys think it's I'm gonna jump off. I'm off the soapbox. Let's just watch this market tank. It should be getting into a little bit of support here. I mean, the $400 area is definitely an area of support. 400 is definitely support. So we're coming down to the 401. Keep an eye out for a bounce right here. And Verizon's looking pretty good though. We need about, what is this? Oh, we literally need like 2 more cents. Oops. We need 2 more cents on Verizon for break even. Man, Netflix is looking good for you, Farhad. What was your entry, if you don't mind me asking? Well, were you in by like 312 by 314? Well, if your target is 266, I'd imagine you have a little bit of a wider stop, yeah? We maybe get in with like a $12, $13 stop. I guess that's a $40 move though, so you could have gave it like a $20 stop if you're going 2 to 1. You got in at 310, and then where's your stop loss at? That's a good entry. It's a really good entry. Now at support, now it's breaking that. So 47.50. So right here, nice. Stop loss of $3 at 51.50. So yeah, great stop loss right above this pivot, above all that junk. And your target is down to 41.50. So right in this low area here. So that's a pretty nice trade. I like it, Casey. I like it quite a bit. And not to mention it's in a downtrend as well. So that's good. That's a helpful thing. So that's a good trade, Casey. I like it. I like it. I like it. What is C? What does that do? Process industries. I think I have this on my list. I'm gonna throw this on my investment list. The JNL 500. What was that? Oh, Verizon. Break even, guys. Verizon hit break even. BZ to BE. Here we go. Now, target on this is 37.60. So we need another 20 cents or so. I mean, DKS still looks higher, guys. I'm not even going to lie to you. This is tempting again. I mean, the relative strength is just immaculate. You go like 143 by 141 is tough. I want to get a little bit of a tighter stop. I'd want a tighter stop. Man, DKS looks good higher. I don't know if I can trust it, guys. I don't know if I have it in it. I don't know if I have it in me to give it. I mean, it's already done $5 today. Got some more junk up here. It might see 146, but 143. You can. I'm gonna hold off on it, guys. With how weak this market is, I don't need to be pushing anything. There's enough reasons that I shouldn't take DKS that I'm not gonna take it. And I'm not gonna be mad if it hits target. SE is another one. Putting in a buy setup, yes, but it's already tripled its range. Yeah, I'm probably good on that. All right, guys. So I don't see a whole lot else right now. You can watch Tesla. You can watch Tesla lower. It's right at support. This is probably actually, honestly, I want to watch Tesla. I want to watch Tesla. It would be about a 230 stop, so you need another $5 out of this thing. So it definitely has the range. So keep an eye on Tesla. Yeah, I looked at C. I was telling you, I said that was a good trade. You guys hear me? Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at this thing. Broke down right under this area, right under this 48. You can see it was support, it was resistance, all that. Now it's broken down. Next area is right here. Your stop loss is right up here. So yeah, I was talking up C, man. I was saying it's a good idea. I even added it to my long-term list. Put it on this list as well. Yeah, yeah. C was nice. I liked it. Honestly, it's good for my own swing trade. Buy a put on this thing. Try to get it down to maybe 44, 41. Not a bad idea, though. C was pretty solid. And there's the DKS if you liked it. It would have been 143. You probably would have had to give it 141. Maybe you could have gave it a tight stop, gave it like $1.50. I would have gave it the $2 stop. That's the only way I would have felt comfortable taking that thing. Yeah, I don't see much else, guys, other than Verizon or not Verizon, Tesla. Tesla looks pretty good lower. I'm gonna watch this Tesla. All right. Yeah, it would be like a 230 on stop, and it does have a pretty big volume spike right here, so gotta be mindful of that. The VZ down to 72, so we need another 12 cents out of that thing. It's looking pretty good so far. It's done a good job. We had a 19-cent stop on it, so down almost an hour and a half. All right. So I'm going to be on here for about another 10 minutes or so. If you guys have any questions or comments before I get off, make sure you're getting them out there. Just took the one trade today on Verizon. So not a very active morning, but I mean, with the JWoww speech and this nasty red bar, it's not a whole lot you can do. Still watching the Tesla though. I do like Tesla, guys. This thing looks pretty solid. See on this hourly chart, man, it breaks down into this shelf. I mean, 180. I think that's definitely in the works. It might have room down to 170 even today. Who knows? But definitely watching Tesla short. Not watching anything else, guys. It's the Tesla short. Uh, yeah, not a fan of this. We might have been able to argue getting in here on like a wedge, maybe. It's pretty aggressive though. Yeah, maybe argue getting in there, but not for me really. And it had a range concern too, so yeah, there's DKS popping. Would have been up. If you got it at 143 with $1.50, so you would have been up at break even if you gave it $1.50. Not quite break even if you gave it $2. All right, let me check out this AVTA for you. Advantix. I've never heard of this actually. X company. Short, I suppose. Yeah, short. Under 27, so right about here. Stop loss. Well, that's a tight stop loss. Is this a day trade? It's almost a day trade, isn't it? That's I mean, the average range on this is, I think that's the average range is 56. You're giving it $1, so 27. You're basically giving it right up here. It's not a, so might need a little bit of a wider stop here. What did I do? There we go. And it is down a few bars, add a little bit of support. So I think this thing might bounce before it gets down to this 25 area. Might get a little bit of a bounce. Might even tag you out at 28 before it goes. So it'll be a little bit less hot to trot on this one. And it's a little bit of a stronger stock too. I mean, this thing isn't an uptrend. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So it could just be putting in a higher low right here and bouncing to go up again. But time will tell. Time will tell. I'm sure you got a management plan for it, so you know what you're doing. All right, getting a little bounce in the market now, guys. 401 area is holding. I mean, you could have scalped this potentially. 401, 450 is the stop loss. Target 402. I mean, you're right there. It's basically 2R right now. Bam, 402. There's 2R. Could have shorted this on or bought it on a climactic. Look at that. Drop off, major volume, put in a big volume spike. I'm actually a little bit upset I didn't buy this. Man, look at that, guys. 401 by 450, 50 cents. I mean, that's a tight. You would have needed a lot of shares, though. I'm not gonna lie. You're trading this with $1,000 risk. That's gonna eat up. Yeah, that's tough. You can't take that, guys. $100 risk is gonna cost you $80,000 for that position. That's gonna a 50-cent stop on a $400 stock. That is gonna eat up some buying power. So while the pattern was there and it was good, it would have been tough to trade with full risk. You could have scalped it maybe for half risk or something like that, but full risk, that's tough. Man, look at this thing. Verizon showing some weakness now, looking good. Tesla's moving up a little bit. Netflix with the big move up. Oh man. Alright guys, I'm going to be calling it a day here in about a couple minutes. Let's stay on in case you guys have any last minute questions or comments. But otherwise, I think this was a pretty productive day. We just took the one Verizon trade. It's, looking pretty good. We need a little bit more out of it for full 2R. Look at this daily chart though, man. This was nice. This was nice. Weak stock, moving lower. Good stuff. SE, yeah, honestly, I don't feel like I missed anything. Maybe the DKS. Maybe I could have gotten this thing 142 by 141, bring it up to 144. That was arguable. That was you could make an argument. Otherwise, the DraftKings, nothing to do with it. Meta, nothing to do with it. Tesla was nothing. Netflix, you could have got Netflix. I didn't like it, so I don't feel like I missed it. We got the Verizon. SE was just ripping off the open, so not a lot to do with that one. The Squarespace was another one that's just really choppy, putting a wide range move off the open, so tough to trade. PTGX, maybe you could have argued to get in this thing. I did not really like it, honestly. You could have argued to get in, though. It wasn't too bad, honestly. This is probably, if I missed anything today, I think I might have missed this PTGX. And then again, the range. Right. See, range was a big concern here. Range was a concern, so I don't know. I don't really feel like I missed that either. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how I traded today. Nothing that was blatantly missed. Nothing that was blatantly bad. Just some pretty casual, solid trading today. How are you guys doing? Did you guys have a good day? You guys making your mistakes? Did you follow your plan? That's more important than making money, more important than anything. Did you follow your trading plan? I can confidently say yes. Yes, I followed my trading plan. I did as my plan told me to do. I have confidence in that. Could have been more aggressive? Yes, could have. But, alright. I'm probably going to call it a day here, guys. Like I said, just don't want to be in. Yeah, DK has been a little bit upset at myself, but again, I don't think this was easy. This was not an easy trade by any means. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna call it a day here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. As always, make sure you catch my live stream every day. I'm here every morning from right at market open to about an hour into the market, right about now. So, make sure you're coming on in, saying what's up. You get your stocks looked at, get your questions answered, and then maybe we'll talk about some other stuff and have a good time as well. We can complain about Jerome Powell and stuff. It's always fun, right? Look at that, guys. I'm gonna leave you with this picture right here. What in the world? All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Take care. Practice proper money management and enjoy yourself. Have a good one, guys.